we have it, guys. This is the day. This is it. We have him here. The big guy is here. The devourer of worlds. The survivor of the previous universe. The mighty Galactus is here. And we have with him the original Toy Biz Build-A-Figure Galactus from back in the day. And then we have the Marvel Universe versions of Galactus, the original and the ultimate Galactus, joining in this awesome day, the review of Marvel Legends Galactus 2022. Let's begin.
Much like the Fantastic Four, you are nothing to me. Congratulations. You have doomed your world.
Alright guys, let's look at the box of Galactus. And of course this is a cardboard box. To protect even more the figure, we have the shippers that I showed you in another video. But this cardboard box and this artwork is looking absolutely fantastic. You remember that last year the Haslab team opened some options for fans to vote, and I voted for this artwork, and I'm very happy that it won. And of course it says Galactus in big letters, and this is Marvel Legends series Haslab number 2. And of course we're not going to have another Haslab Marvel series until 2024, as unfortunately the Ghost Rider Haslab wasn't funded. But we have here obviously the 3 heralds of Galactus. Can you see Silver Surfer with his power cosmic going for a planet, or we have Frankie Ray taking off there looking really cool, and Morg with his axe. They look like they are going to go for different planets. I will be doing a separate video, a separate review of these heralds of Galactus. And obviously we cannot stop talking about the big guy, which is Galactus looking down on a planet, about to grab a planet, destroy a planet, or destroy anything that stands in his way. So here we have what appears to be celestial language writing, and it goes all the way from top to bottom of the side of the box. Let's see what we have on the other side of this amazing, enormous, massive box. So pretty much the same, guys. Let's review the back of the box. What does this amazing Haslab bring us? The first thing that comes into mind is the amazing world ship, the Ta-2. Remember when Galactus survived the destruction of the other universe? He woke up hungry, and then he ate the first planet that he encountered, the Articulation. So from that planet he built a ship which he named Ta-2. And so we have a good rendition of that ship here, created by Stan the Man Lee and Jack the King Kirby. On the background of the ship we have some planets. We might have a neutrino star here, or a blue dwarf. We have a dying star about to explode, a red star there. Some cool, amazing looking planets, and probably the ground, the surface of a planet, or a moon here. So it's looking very galactic. Obviously Galactus has to have a galactic piece of artwork like we have here. Absolutely amazing. Right guys, this is the moment of truth. Without further ado, let's open this massive Haslab. It's heavy, almost there. Massive. It's heavy and massive. Don't want to drop it in the floor. have him. Absolutely wonderful. Almost there, almost there. So humongous that it takes up the entire face. Fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. We still have to manage it to put it straight up. Here we go. Look at that, guys. Look at the massive blister box. Absolutely wonderful. Alright guys, I'm sorry. I had to make a pause there to admire this. I kind of had a nerdgasm. So, we have here the set of instructions. Obviously, how to place Galactus head part. How to place the batteries. Some legal information here, some warnings. And of course the styrofoam. The blister lid as well. And we have here the main guy, Galactus, all well protected. We can see the head of Dr. Doom there, one of the tiers. We have here the interchangeable face plates. Alright guys, so here we have the Silver Surfer's board. And of course we have the ears of the helmet of Galactus. And of course we have the most famous herald of Galactus, the Silver Surfer himself, with his power cosmic effects. Here we have Frankie Ray, a highly demanded figure, her incredible looking fire effect. And finally we have Morg. He doesn't bring extra hands, but he does bring a very cool axe. So what we're going to do now is take this lid off and separate the heralds so we can focus, we can concentrate on the big guy, Galactus. Absolutely amazing. Let's take this out with care. And here we have him just by himself. So here we have Galactus completely out of the box. We also have the Dr. Doom head, the tier of this Haslab. And we have the face plates, of course, as you can see them. Two interchangeable face plates, and of course we have the antlers here. Absolutely amazing. Before we review him, there's some minor assembly that we have to do with the antlers. Alright guys, in order to assemble the antlers, there are some things that we have to take into consideration. The first thing that you have to take into consideration that there is a straight part here and a circular part here. And the equivalent of that is in the head sculpt. We have the straight part here and the circular part here. So that has to match with the antler, like this. And basically you have to do the same with the other antler until you hear that satisfying click of there, and we have the head assembled, completely assembled. So of course this Galactus has some lighting effects, and to do those lighting effects you have to always look at the instruction. Very important to look at the instruction. It says here we need AAA batteries, 4 AAA batteries, and there is some lightning effects in the head sculpt like we see here, and some lightning effects in the chest part. So we're going to start by lightening the chest part as we see here. So we have this part on the back that you have to take off with extreme care, and then you have to use a screwdriver in order to take off the lid in order to place the batteries. And once you unscrew it, you take off this part, take the lid away, and you can place your batteries here. There you go. And you place it back, you place back the lid, and you screw it back again. So there you have it. We have plugged in the first set of batteries. So next what we're going to do is input the batteries of the head part. So what we need to do is to pop out the head quite easily and take this part of the head quite easily as well. And what we need to do now is use a screwdriver to take off the lead. So now you take off the lead, and there we have it. And you place the lead back again. So once you put the batteries and screw that, you put back the lead like this. Make sure it fits well, it's correctly placed, and you can place back the head of Galactus back where it belongs. Absolutely amazing. Okay guys, now that we have placed the batteries, it's time to check out the lightning features. Wow, look at them. Awesome lightning features. It's a shame that we didn't have Galactus talking to us like the Marvel Universe one, but this surely looks really nice. And of course the lights, they last 2 minutes and then they turn off, so I really like this feature. Alright guys, my first impression of this amazing figure is that it's absolutely amazing. It is humongous, and just for comparison's sake, we have the previous king of size, which was the Galactus from Marvel Universe, and obviously the king is dead. Long live King Galactus. He's now the new king of the Marvel Legends, and even my Hot Toys in the back are quite jealous about looking at this massive, absolutely fantastic figure. Alright, let's talk a little bit about the color of this figure. And as you can see, we have the classic colors here, which are purple and dark blue, or wine red and dark purple, however you want to say it. But what I like about this figure, that although it has those classic colors, you can see the different variations here in the figure. For example, around the eyes, you can see some shiny bits there. You can see the matte finish in the skirt thing. So still talking about the colors, in the chest plate you can see some silver here. We can also see some dark grey added colors here in the hand, in the forearm and the arm. We also see some dark grey in the leg here as well, and of course behind the boots as well there are some light grey added colors in the feet. So you see there's a lot of color variation in this figure. So wherever the light shines out, you can see some translucent plastic here, for example in the helmet, and also in the silver emblem. You can see in the middle a translucent light. Also in the eyes you can see that translucent plastic. So talking about the head sculpt, see the edges here in around the eyes, very neatly sculpted. So you can see the skin-like texture in the faceplate, and of course the eyes look really menacing, like looking at the annoying insects that he's about to crush. And as well in the antlers you can see different tones, different textures here. Of course here's purple, and here's a bit dark purple inside, so that gives us more things going on in here. It's in the head sculpt, really nice. What I like about this figure is that in the inner suit we can see some line patterns throughout the suit here. Inside those lines, or inside this part, we can see some hexagons. They're very small, but you can appreciate them from here. We can see some light blue accents on these two parts of the figure, so that looks really cool. What I also like about this figure is this very cool looking chest armor. Can you see the chest armor going all the way to the shoulder Also, we have part of the chest armor, we have the cool looking neck armor here. Who would be stupid enough to go after Galactus' neck when he has a very strong looking neck armor there? And the chest armor, as you can see, passes through the silver emblem here, and the chest armor in the upper torso also connects with the lower torso through these suspenders that we have here. And in the lower torso, I really like this kilt that we have here. Awesome looking kilt, and it has also some hexagons here in the middle in this belt like feature here. I really like these features in Galactus. Now if you check out the arms, they're very human-like arms. You can see the muscles there in the bicep, you can see the wrinkles in the middle there, absolutely gorgeous. And look at the gauntlet, it has obviously different patterns, different colors here. So also in the hand we can see different textures. For example, in the knuckles and on the fingers you have different textures as well and colors. So I really like the whole arm. So of course Galactus has this really big chunky legs. Of course you need chunky legs to make this figure stand properly. Look at the boots. They have some really cool pattern lines here, really nice. We have some stair-like features here. I really like that the feet and the soles have different colors. So a lot of things going on, and obviously big chunky feet. Excuse me, Mr. Galactus. We're gonna see here very nice patterns that it has in the legs there. Really cool looking patterns. So this is a very good figure. So there you have it, guys, my first impression of Galactus, the first analysis of the features of Galactus, the different colors, the textures in Galactus, absolutely amazing. Now it's time to review the articulation for Galactus. So let's start with the head articulation. So as you can see, Galactus can move down a little bit, move up just a little bit, but it can move to the left, it can move to the right, but it cannot move 360 degrees, I'm afraid. The antlers, you can move them, they're stuck really well there. However, there is some tilting here. That's the head articulation. Okay guys, now let's check up the torso. So for the upper torso there is crunch. You can do some crunch forward. There's not much crunch backwards. In the lower torso there's no swivel there, basically no swivel there, and the lower torso doesn't really move. So we only have articulation on the upper torso. So guys, let's check out now the arm articulation. So for the arm, you can move the arm of Galactus forward like that. You can move it backwards like that. You can move also the arm out, but as I don't want to scratch the chest armor, I'm just going to leave it up until there so I don't scratch it. Let's review the bicep. You actually can move the bicep really well. 360 degrees, guys. Look. Wow. Absolutely amazing. You can move 360 degrees the bicep, guys. So talking about the elbow articulation, you can move it up until here. As you can see, there is a ratchet joint there. Very handy when I display Galactus holding the heralds. I will know that Galactus is strong enough and has good articulation in order to hold the heralds. So let's look at the forearm articulation. There's a swivel here. You can turn all the way 360 degrees. Absolutely amazing. And also let's look at the hand articulation. You can move the hand 360 degrees. Absolutely amazing, guys. Alright guys, so with the wrist, There is not much articulation there. You cannot move up or down much, just a little bit. But with the fingers, as you can see, you have quite a lot of articulation. Galactus can wave at a world that he's about to devour. Of course, he's a villain, but he also has manners, guys. And also, you can do the Shaka hand. For example, if he wants to go surfing, he can do the Shaka sign. If he wants to go with Silver Surfer, he can do that with him. Also do the naughty sign, but because this is a PG-13 channel, we will not do that. Instead, he can do a peace sign for a world that he's going to spare. So he can do the peace sign. He also can do, as you can see, he also can do the very good sign, the well done sign. For example, if the heralds have done a good job by finding a nice world for him to eat, he will be able to say to them, well done, good job, guys. Alright guys, let's check now the leg articulation. As you can see, he has strong legs in order to hold the most massive Hasbro Marvel Legends yet. So he can move the leg forward quite a bit, like he's kicking a football. He can also move the leg backwards, not that much, but he can actually move the leg up until here. And also he can move the leg out, as you can hear, also the ratchet joint. So yeah, so very nice leg articulation. So now let's check out Galactus's knee. Look at that, very good articulation, all 90 degrees almost, very nice, and back down. So yeah, very good articulation there. Now let's check the last part of the articulation for Galactus, the feet, but the first thing that a planet sees when it's about to be crushed by him. So the feet articulation, no much articulation, he cannot move up or down. There is a slight rocker here, you can rock a little bit here the feet, and of course the boot, you can actually move it quite well. It does move left and right really well. So in conclusion, guys, Galactus is highly articulated, more than I expected it to be. As you remember, the head, you can move the head left, right, you can tilt the head, you cannot move it much forward or backward. The torso doesn't have that much of articulation, just a little bit in the upper torso. You can move it forward, good for making poses, threatening the Fantastic Four. And in the lower torso, there's basically no articulation, or very little articulation. The hands are really articulated. Move the gauntlet 360 degrees, and of course the hands, you can make as many poses with the hands as you want. Really well articulated with the hands. And of course the legs are strong as well. You saw how strong they were to hold all the figure. The knee, you could bend the knee really well. Not so much the feet, there wasn't much articulation on the feet. You cannot move it forward or backwards, but there is a rocker on the feet, and of course the boot, you can really move it well. So as I said, I didn't expect this guy to be that highly articulated as it is. I thought it was going to be a little bit more like the Sentinel, but improvements were made. So really very happy with this figure. Okay guys, now that we have reviewed the articulation, it's time to review the accessories for Galactus. Now, I don't know if you count the accessories, the heralds, as the accessories. Some people may count it as accessories, or some people may count them as separate characters. I will definitely count them as separate characters, and I will do a separate review video for those Galactus does bring some accessories for himself. He brings the Doom head and he brings interchangeable faceplates. So now guys, let's check out the faceplate that he brings with the box. And the first thing that I see with the faceplate is Galactus looking very serious. Annoyed because he's looking at the heroes that are trying to stop him from devour his planet. At this point he just wants to feast and take it for dinner. Let's check out how to change the faceplates, guys. So you obviously take the head, you grab the head, take it off like this, and then you see that the flesh, you can see the flesh like faceplate there, and you just push it like this, and there you have it. It goes off, and then you just take one of the other faceplates and press it down until it is correctly placed, and there you have it. You just place the head back on, and then there you have it. The faceplate has been changed. Okay guys, so here's another faceplate. Here he doesn't look annoyed anymore, he just looks very angry because at this point the heralds have been defeated. He just wants to take matters in his own hands. That planet is not going to be very, very calm and cool by looking at this mad being about to devour a planet. And if you want to place the Doom head, you take off the regular head, take the Doom head and place it on the figure. There you go, until it fits well there. So this alternate head that Galactus brings is actually Victor Von Doom from the alternate Earth of 18,466, and it was when Reed Richards wasn't able to defeat Galactus. So Dr. Doom took matters into his own hands by transferring his conscience into Galactus, and ended up him being the devourer of worlds. If you like that issue, that arc, then here's the head. You can pose your figure with the Dr. Doom head. In my case, I prefer the Galactus head and the Galactus figure, so I'll stick to Galactus. Alright guys, so we have the other faceplate that this amazing figure comes with, and since I'm not completely sure where this face comes from, I will provide you with 3 different scenarios, and you tell me which is right, or you tell me in the comments what is your idea, or if you really know where this faceplate comes from. I gladly will read that. The first scenario is this. There is this issue from the Fantastic Four comics 575, mainly is about the Mole Man and his fight against the Moloids. He asks the help of Reed Richards, and they both have to go to the Subterranea, and at some point they find this future Galactus corpse in it with that face apparently. So the second scenario is from Universe 10/011, where our Marvel heroes defeat death and thus creating the Cancerverse. So they start corrupting the whole universe, and at some point they find Galactus, so they turn Galactus into a weapon, and I think that's what this faceplate is about. So the last scenario is from Universe 2149. We're talking about the Zombieverse here, and it's when Galactus came and devoured Earth, and the zombies started eating him, thus devouring him instead of him devouring the world. If anyone knows, I think the fans, quite a lot of fans say that this version is the correct, but if anyone knows which of the 3 scenarios is the correct one, please leave your comment in the channel. So yes, these were the accessories, guys, and personally I will leave Galactus with this faceplate, as it is the most detailed for me of all of them. You actually can see the teeth really nicely, and of course all the wrinkles and features are really neatly presented in this one. You have watched my archive videos. Sometimes I show my past collections from Toy Biz, and right now I wanted to show you a comparison with my Marvel Legends Toy Biz Galactus and Marvel Universe Galactus. Let's check them out. So here we have the first comparison about Series 9 Toy Biz Marvel Legends Build a Figure Galactus, and that was it. That was the best. That was one of the tallest back in the day. I remember getting War Machine, Professor X, Nightcrawler to get to actually be able to build this guy. Here you have it, the first comparison. Let's get to the other. For the next comparison we have the Marvel Universe Galactus from the San Diego Comic-Con from 2010. And what I like about this figure is the vibrant colors, very comic accurate colors. And another thing that I like about this figure, and that is different to the other one, is that you can see he talks. That is something that I would have liked the big guy to have, but obviously they went only with the lights. So next we have this version of Galactus that came out 2 months after the one that I just showed you. It's from the Ultimate Universe in Marvel, and you can see there is recoloring. When I saw it, I really liked it, and I had to get it because this became my favorite Galactus. So because of the color, and so I started displaying this in my main collection of Marvel Universe. So now that he's here, I don't want to just throw him back into the box. What I want to do is make a whole of Galactus, so I can display the big one and all of the other Galactuses that I have. Speaking of which, here we have them, guys, all of my Galactuses. You can see the different sizes, absolutely wonderful. Do not try to invite them for dinner because there is no amount of planet that will satiate them. So here we have them prepared for my haul of Galactus. Galactus, he first appeared in issue number 48 of the Fantastic Four. Classic stories of Galactus include him infusing galactic power to his heralds and thus making them look for worlds for him to devour. We enjoy the comic pages where our heroes, Fantastic Four, or other heroes try to take him down, but obviously he's a cosmic presence that cannot be denied. That's why I enjoy having him being part of my ever-growing Marvel collection. And I'm already cooking some ideas of what else to do with this galactic being. So stay tuned for more of Galactus. Alright guys, I guess we have covered everything with Galactus. I am really happy with this figure. It's an amazing figure, the biggest figure in my collection, even towering my Hot Toys Hulkbuster. So I really enjoyed making this review. Also, I enjoyed making those shorts. I did those shorts with my friends. It was really nice, all these adventures that led up to having Galactus in my collection. So thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to like, subscribe, or leave a comment. And I'll see you next on Alan's Collection.